And gas prices are down, but they're still a lot higher than they were. So right now, the average in the U.S. is $4.35 a gallon. It's been on a downward trend for weeks. And we do have an update tonight on that mass shooting near Chicago. Police say they have identified a suspect. A family was shot and killed at an Iowa campground this weekend, and the only survivor is their 9-year-old boy. We'll bring you any new information as it's available. We're also keeping an eye out for details on a deadly shooting in Williamson County. Police say a 17-year-old is charged with murder. The CDC says that doesn't mean we need to isolate again, but they say there are things you can do to help prevent the spread of the virus. First of all, if you feel sick, folks, stay home and keep an eye on your symptoms. Then take a test before you go back to work. If you're not sick, you can still go to gatherings and parties, but keep some things in mind. Think about if it's going to be in a crowded area and if there will be good airflow. And this is a look at abortion rights right now in the U.S. Let's go over some of these colors. Red are the states that have banned the procedure. Now, the peachish color is the opposite. Those are states where abortion is legal. You can see just really how divided the U.S. is on this issue. Heads up, because your Illinois driver's licenses, ID cards, and those learner permits expire at the end of the month. Now, they were originally set to expire March 31st. And we're looking at different ways to save money. So here are some tips for when you do your laundry. Experts say use cold water. They say you should only use hot water if someone is sick. That way you can kill bacteria on sheets, towels, and clothes. They also say you don't always need fabric softener. Most clothes get soft from a regular cycle. So AT&T has a few tips to keep yours cool. The big one, don't leave your phone in your car. But here's one you might not think about. Don't put your phone through any extreme temperature changes. So if your phone is hot, it might be tempting to stick it in the fridge to cool it down, but don't do it. There's plenty of stress at the grocery store right now with inflation, but there is a new TikTok trend that could save you time and money. It's hashtag grocery hacks. They have tips to make your food last. Like one of those tips is to cut your meat into thin or bite-sized pieces. Did you cook for Independence Day? Did you spend more than you were expecting? Chances are that's probably what happened. Cookouts cost about 17% more this year than last year. That's what the American Farm Bureau Federation says. They say it was about $70 to feed 10 people today. Now, the biggest price jumps were in beef and chicken, but other foods, the sides like potato salad, those are expensive too. So there was stuff that was cheaper. You want to guess? Chips, cheese, and strawberries.
Danny, can you hear it? The excitement is starting right now. Your Marion Wildcats are taking the field for your South 7 game of the week. You can see our guys in the camo uniforms now. They are hosting the Jerseyville Panthers. Both teams coming off big wins last week. The band's on the field, the cheer team is on the field, the dance team is on the field. It is Patriot Night here in Marion. You can see the flags, you can see the service flags. I mean, this is really to say thank you to our servicemen and women, to our veterans who get in free tonight from both sides, whether they're coming to support Marion or coming to support Jerseyville. All of our veterans get in free. So I don't know if you can see the camo uniforms on the field. Those are courtesy of the National Guard, who is also here tonight, just as a way to say thank you to our veterans. Kickoff is at 7, Mark. It's exciting here, so we'll have coverage of tonight's game later tonight. For now, I'll send it back to you in the studio. Yeah, Mark, I'm sure it's hard to tell, but it is sunny out here. It is warm, and we want some apple cider. I mean, it is Apple Fest, right? We're at the corner of Chestnut and 13th Street in Murfreesboro. I am at the Jackson County Farm Bureau tent, and I am joined by Brenda with Ag in the Classroom. And we've got a cider press from the 1800s right here. We're also joined by Taryn with Farm Bureau. So, Brenda, we were kind of doing it earlier. We actually peeled an apple and then we'll put them in the press. So kind of walk me through how this process works.
Hi there. So what you do is you just put the apple onto these prongs here. And even though we're not going to go through this whole process since we already have one, but you go ahead and you can twist this. This will peel the apple and then this will cut it up sort of like this.
And look at this. How cool is that?
I mean, it can fall apart, but usually it's more fun if it sticks together. But now, since this is all done and said, we're going to head and toss it into the apple press. And now it's in there, and we're going to go ahead and rotate this.
And it's just kind of like a little bucket in here, essentially. And now both Taryn and Brenda are turning the levers. And there are buckets underneath here that the chunks of apple are falling into. Again, this press is from the 1800s, folks. So this makes fresh cider, and these apples were provided by Malheur Orchards for Apple Festival today. And so, Brenda, how long do you turn it for?
I think pretty much until you think it's pretty good. Normally, as you can see down there, there's still some chunks, so you'll want to make sure that all the chunks are gone, or if you just like chunky apple cider, then that's something for you. But we do have some apple cider for you to try, and I'll try it with you.
This is what I have been waiting for, folks. Like I said, it's nice and hot and sunny out here today. Brenda, cheers. Ooh, that is really good. Well, ladies, I want to thank you both so much for talking with us tonight. This is so cool. This is so yummy. Enjoy yourselves here at Apple Fest. Stay cool. Mark, I'm going to go ahead and sip on some of this cider. So for now, I'll send it back to you.